What's up, Collider TV Talk fans? Josh McCouga here with my buddy
Dave Griffin.
Yeah, we're here at Comic-Con. We're talking real quick about this new announcement. HBO has announced that Weiss and Benioff, obviously the minds behind Game of Thrones, are bringing a new series to HBO called Confederate. It's basically based on if the South won the Civil War, almost like a Man in High Castle, right. If the Nazis won World War II. The Confederates, if the southern states won the Civil War and then won another Civil War, and the nation is now on the brink of a third Civil War. How did you feel about the news? What did you think about it?
I think it's pretty exciting news because, I mean, these guys, we were all wondering what they're going to do for the next project. I mean, because Game of Thrones is like the biggest show on television. Sure. This is an interesting idea. It said that they've been thinking about this for a long time. They were going to do it as a feature film, but it just didn't work out that way because they love the fact that HBO gives you that big budget. They give you that big canvas to just do whatever you want. So, I mean, they're going to give them complete creative control over this. This is going to be fantastic. And they're going to go at this from like all different kind of angles.
Right.
So gonna,
journalists.
There's like some like slavery conglomerate, like a Google, hunters. Like a Google for slavery or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's gonna be
J-date for
yeah, it's gonna be like modern times, but with slavery that still exists. There's gonna be like this zone, this demilitarized zone, which is the Mason-Dixon line. Yeah. So I mean, it's fascinating.
I know you watch Man in High Castle.
Yeah, I love Man in High Castle.
Man in High Castle is an amazing show. And what the weird thing about Man in High Castle does is it makes you think that, like, well, if the Nazis won, would it have been that bad? Like, you know what I mean? It's a weirdly creepy thing to think in your head because they show it from both sides. It's not like all bad, right? It's not. They don't paint this world as like a complete dystopian awfulness. Right. And I'm guessing that the way these guys, because they're amazing storytellers, is they're going to pretty much do the same thing, which is a really hard thing to think about. Yeah. Is like, had the Civil War turned out different, all this kind of stuff, what would our world look like? How would it look? It's almost like, East Berlin, West Berlin, that kind of stuff.
And you wonder, too, it's like if this is modern times, I mean, with the way technology is going, I'm like, do they need slaves? I mean, with all like the innovations, like maybe, I wonder if we don't advance as much. Maybe it'll be like the year 2017, and we'll still be kind of back, where we were like
wearing
60 years ago.
Hats, rowing down the river.
Because they've been relying on slaves and not innovation. And won't be any iPhones.
The thing about it is, I don't know where I read this, but there are more slaves in the world now than there's ever been ever.
Oh yeah.
But not in our country, obviously.
Right.
And for
so it doesn't get the press that it should.
Correct.
Yeah.
This show honestly sounds a lot like a really great idea that can promote bad consequences. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people...
It's going to be a controversial show.
Very, very controversial show because there are still a lot of people in this country, and I'm not going to throw any, but that still call it the War of Northern Aggression, that still hang Confederate flags in their car and outside their house.
Certain parts of the South, they're still fighting the Civil War.
Correct, yeah. So this is, it's timely, but also very innovative. I think this is an awesome move for HBO because we really haven't heard of a show like this ever being pitched or sold or anything like that.
I was talking to when I was with Thad when I saw the news, and we were talking about looking at the writers that they're bringing in. They're bringing in a writer from Empire, a writer from The Good Wife. It's a very interesting group of people that they're bringing into their writers room, all different kind of shows. So I think they're gonna because they have to tackle the show with so many different topics like journalism and conglomerates that they need different kinds of writers. So
you're creating an entire world just like you did with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they talked about this is going to be world building. We have to world build again without the use of a book.
And if there's anybody that can do it, it's those guys, world building. Guys, Confederate on HBO, look for it. We're your TV Talk team here all weekend, San Diego Comic-Con. If you see us out there, if you're watching these videos, you're at San Diego Comic-Con, come up, say hello. If you don't like David Griffin's answer during the Collider Collision, make sure you grab his tag and yell at him. It's a very, very funny thing that happened last night. I also ate a macadamia nut taco last night, which is why my face is still swollen. We are crushing it so far. 20 hours in, things are going great. We will see you guys with more updates here from San Diego Comic-Con 2017.